Welcome back to PlayStation Corner. My name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite PSN deals coming in under $10 or your local currency. Now here I cover the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. This sale, though it is now coming to an end, they're going to be finishing here shortly on the 22nd of July, so hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family. We're about to hit 5,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much. And yeah, let's get started. So first up, I do have a winner to announce for a $10 PSN gift card later in the video and one more to give away. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and that winner, they'll be announced in next week's video. Also, as always, I'm doing my best here to focus on new low prices to save you the most cash possible. 14 games for you all today then, and we're starting with Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Now this, it was Final Fantasy going for the action RPG style of gameplay, so it's not the usual turn-based affair, and it released originally actually back in 2011 on the PSP before hitting the West and the PS4 in 2015. Here though, you are out as part of Class 0 and it's a tale of warring nations and, well yeah, setting out to overcome these odds. Not a perfect game, but it was a decent spin-off and I enjoyed it back at release. 60% off here though, it is a new low price. Trials Rising then, and we spoke to Trials Fusion last week as that is also on sale currently as well. Probably my favourite of the two honestly, but this one, it's another great entry in the physics-based racing series, and as always there's just a ton of content here. I think 125 plus tracks, challenges to face, multiplayer online and off, a co-op mode with two of you controlling one bike, and then track creation with 8,000 items to play around with. You just can't go wrong here. It's addictive stuff, and this one, it's also matching the low price with 70% off. Co-op fans then, Unrailed, it is a must buy. The discount of 50% off, it matches the low price, but the extra 10% off with PS Plus, that does actually mark a new low price, and I just absolutely love this game. Now the concept is simple. You need to build train tracks and get a train moving in this world between stations. So yeah, build that track, keep the engine going, clear a path, navigate obstacles, but there's only so many resources and tools, and it's up to 4 players to kind of delegate and work out how to achieve this. Throw in then though distractions, enemies, the camera rotates all over the place, and yeah, it's incredible and a must play in my eyes. While I'm on multiplayer actually, Golf with Friends, it's back, matching the low price with 50% off. Now I actually played this one myself on the Switch. It's just way more fun than I ever expected. Think Crazy Golf, you get the idea there, but there's 9 courses, power-ups, few different modes, customization options. I think the key bit though, it supports up to 12 players, local and online. Well worth the cash though if you want some competitive play, but it's just overly creative in its mechanics, its obstacles, so yeah, it's good stuff. And for me, it pushes beyond just being a recommendation for golf fans out there. Dreams is back then, matching the all-time low with 50% off, a video game creator engine. I picked this up not long back myself. Really did like this one, but not from a creation aspect. I just honestly suck at that. It is extremely deep though as well. It requires some serious time, no doubt, as well. But what I do like is just kind of exploring other people's creations out there. It's impressive how much they've done with something that is just so different. So here's an older one, Deadlight Directors Cut. I played it originally in 2012 on Xbox. It reached the PS4 though in this form in 2016. It's a 2D puzzle platformer set around a zombie apocalypse. Now if you've played titles like think Limbo and Inside, then you should have a decent idea of what to expect here, but then it kind of throws on top, I'd say, what is some okay but not great combat. Put on top of this though, the upgraded visuals, a survival mode, and yeah, 80% off here, matching the all-time low price. It is more than worth it. Point and click fans, Rainswept, a nice little adventure title this one with a simplistic visual style, but it's got an air of, think, Twin Peaks weirdness to it all, and that absolutely appealed to me. Your role here though, you are Detective Stone and you are uncovering the truth surrounding a double shooting while facing your own personal demons. It is a short one, this one around 4 hours, but the 50% off, it matches the low price, but if you throw that extra 10% off from PS Plus, there at least we do have a new low price. My pickups of the week then, meaning I can't necessarily recommend them, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride, and I've grabbed 2 this week. First, God's Trigger. I always see this on the eShop, but it's back now matching the low price with 65% off, and it just for sure looks like my sort of thing. An ultra-violent top-down shooter. Its runtime is right around 5 hours, and from what I'm seeing out there, reviews are decent. Then it's just, yeah, promising a ton of, like I said, shooting, bullet dodge mechanics, alongside a ton of weapons and abilities, and that definitely sounds good to me. Then I'm actually grabbing Siren. Now this is a game I played back on the PS2 years and years ago. It was a survival title. It released back in like 2004. It's time for me to take a revisit though, because it scared the crap out of me back then, and I hope it still stands up to this day. No promises though, that's why it's very much fitting in this part of the video. It's a straight up port though, and if survival horror sounds like your thing, maybe check out some reviews, or at least recent ones, see if it's going to be one for you. It's been cheaper, but 50% off. It's not much higher in price, and I think that is more than fair for me to part with my cash. Alright, so dungeon crawler fans, Going Under, it is a dungeon crawler with a great sense of humour, and it's all satire, this one. The idea in this world, when tech startups fail, they sink into the ground and they create dungeons. Now as a new player, you need to dive down here and just reclaim goods that can generate some extra cash. It's got this really vivid and unique visual style. The combat is solid. It's also got a decent chunk of content, and that's thanks to procedural generation. It leads to a lot of replayability. 50% off here though, it is a new low price. Alright, so it's been lower and it's a polarizing one, but Mass Effect Andromeda Recruit Edition. Now it's here with 70% off, but it seemed like good timing given the recent re-release of the original trilogy, which I actually just wrapped up myself, and I love that original trilogy as much as I always did. This one for sure has its faults, but I don't think it's as bad as it was made out to be. Now it's set between the events of 2 and 3, and you will be playing as either Sarah or Scott Ryder. I think many wanted more from it, but this price I do not think you can complain. Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, then returns with a new low price. It's rocking 70% off. You can find the majority of the series on sale right now for more than fair prices as well, but I figured pick the one that's at a new low price because I do tend to bang on about these games just a little bit too much. Now, if you still haven't jumped in though, look, start at Kiwami, which is like the original game remade. Otherwise though, this is a great entry in the action RPG series that has just an out there storyline, fantastic world and characters, and some of my favourite combat going. Okay, so our penultimate game of the video then, that is Shadow Tactics Game and Theme Edition. The theme is just that, not that I'm sure anyone would really want it in 2021, but the game itself is just quality. It's a stealth, real-time strategy experience that throws you into a Shogun world, and you'll be controlling these individual characters. It's somewhat similar in gameplay to the Commando series, this one. It's just a very cool game with deep strategy, and I'm a huge fan of this game. All strategy fans, in fact, should have this in their collection, especially with 90% off that is matching the low price. So our final game of the week then, that is the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. It's matching the low price with the standard discount of 50% off, but it is a new low price when you factor in the extra 10% with PS Plus. Now, I'm not sure I need to really add much on these, honestly. You know, they're classics, third person, action adventure shooters. The gameplay just gets better with each installment, but the story and the characters, they have always been incredible. For me, though, the opening of the second game, you're climbing a train that has found itself off the tracks, hanging over a cliff. That will always be one of my great gaming memories, and possibly the strongest game opening ever. It features incredible traversal though throughout every single entry, and yeah, these are just must-play games for anyone that owns a PlayStation. And that's another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Now, PlayStation never disappoints with its sales, but no doubt we have some monster sales ahead of us as we go into those summer months. With that though, look, hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.